blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm over here pushing magic buttons. I am Malika K. Courtney, the founder of Sanctuary Experience, and welcome to tonight's SXP Metamorphosis 365. We're going to have a great conversation tonight. Last night, for those who made it, you got to experience the SXP, almost said metamorphosis. Nah. You got to experience the 12 laws of love, and that was a very powerful conversation, powerful enough to evoke some emotions, some responses, both physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. And I make zero apologies, but I am better aware for the strength of the content that I do deliver. And I'm grateful for those who receive it and who care to grow. So let's do a backstroke real quick and say, hey, thank you, Blast Music 247, for hosting this podcast. I appreciate being a part of the family. It's kind of nice around here. Y'all some loving folk around here, and I'm grateful. And to the adult in the background, that lovely engineer human, the beat choice, I appreciate you and all your help. Kisses to my sunshine for putting me on. And I say it's about that time to really get into some good conversation. Now, mind you, I teach paid master's classes, so I will not be offering you all of that content for obvious reasons, right? But I'm going to share just a couple of things from that. So like I promised, we're going to have a bit of a recap and a little professional tea on top of that. And then some of the thoughts, like, mind you, when I prepare to teach, there are a lot of things that come to mind. And I sit, I get the content, I research, I verify. And of course I sit with spirit. I don't know about y'all, but to me, that is the most important part of the day of anything that I do. Gotta check in with spirit, gotta check in with the ancestors, gotta check in with Elohim and make sure what I'm bringing, one, has value, two, will be impactful and help those who are seeking to grow, right? Not just words and lip service, but action. I love Dr. Stacy Grant, who is freaking amazing. She always says, action, despite the distraction. And it comes back to mind, and she's a quiet mentor in my head, has space and a beautiful smile that I'm reminded of all the time. Okay, so having said that, I want to start off just with a few myths. Now, when we talk about love, that is such a vast conversation. Like there are so many directions one can pick up that bowl of love and run with. Like we each have our own designated opinions of what love is and how it behaves and what it expects of self and others. I am quite sure that everybody on this planet that is conscious and coherent has that set of beliefs and expectations. Okay, so I thought it prudent to talk about some of the myths, and this is with helping hearts and minds in mind. I'm trying to help here, so don't get mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger. Let's go. Myth number one. One common myth is that true love is always perfect. Ooh, your poor heart if you believe that one. Without any challenges or conflict. This myth perpetuates that the idea of a relationship faces difficulties and disagreements. If it gets to that point, you having stress and struggles, sometimes the temptation is feel like this is not real love. Like I thought it was love, but maybe it's infatuation, because it's done fizzled down a little bit. That initial fire that was present has waned a bit, and the temptation and the myth is truly that belief that you're not going to have no challenges in love. That's a farce. So wake up, wake up. Let me wake you up from that lie. In reality, all relationships, every last one of them, every relationship you have will encounter some difficulty. Live a little while and you have it verified. Live a little while and expect that. When we stand in expectation of it, not expecting that the world is going to melt down or you're going to suddenly die because you disagree. That's not the case. However, when you use a real measuring stick, a true meter with your expectations, man, that's going to help your relationship. So go in with your eyes open. That was myth one. Myth number two, love is a feeling that never changes, Oh, I'm in love. I love this person. And that's just got to be the standard. That's going to be the always is, never going to change. Tricked you. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is. We have beliefs, mindsets, and attitudes. As long as we have the ability and the power to get pissed off, chances are, irritated, chances are, overly happy in expectations and things being met, and then get disappointed. Get disappointed one time, baby. You will get that awakening, and do not cast that awakening off into the, oh, that's just a one-time event. That is life. That is life. Love does change. And I'll share a little bit more because I took notes so I can stay on topic and on time. Okay, so it grows and it changes, and the individuals, the people involved in that relationship and the circumstances, they evolve and they change as you graduate through your stages of relationship. It has to change. You're changing. So why would love remain the absolute same? The principles of love, sure. Those will remain the same. How you approach it can remain the same, or it can grow and improve or break down. That is truly up to you. Long-lasting love is about commitment. Very important to point that out. Commitment, mutual respect, and adaptability. You best learn how to flex. Not flex your muscles, not flex your power, not flex your attitude, but flex your rigid mindset. Flex your I must have my way, like for my selfish people. And hey, Logan, what's going on with you? I'm glad you're here. So consider this when you are in a relationship, your relationship depends on you and that person that you're working together with. It is truly a partnership. You got work to do. It is not for the sole purpose of let me look at you with Google eyes. And I love your voice, all those nice muscles and that beautiful curves. Oh my God, body this and body that. That ain't what a relationship is. So for those who are out seeking relationship, I encourage you respectfully to go and learn what you're asking for. Be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. And when you get it, why not prepare for it? Why fall into love and have nothing to land on? Duh. Okay, so this is just a wake-up call for my romantic people and my folks in relationship. There is work to do. Be ready. Stretch. I stretch my body every day, right? Stretch your mind. Stretch your willingness. Stretch your ability. Stretch your flexibility, okay? And your consistency. Flex that. You want to flex some muscles? Flex your consistency muscles. Myth number 3. Love is all you need for a successful relationship. I love y'all. Oh my God, I love those people. Oh, it's just love. I love her or I love him. They're so amazing. They've been there for me and I've been there for them. Sure, fine. I am happy for you, darling. It is beautiful. And so let's give some clarity and some background. I know folks who've been married for over 50 years and they really love each other. They haven't smothered each other in their sleep with pillows. They still hold hands. They still have fun in the bed. Okay. So they're very open about the relationship. And I love that. And it is also clear they were very, as open as they were about the loving end of life, they were very open about the struggles about money, where they did not meet in mind or in the middle and had to understand what compromise was so they could come to a compromise and work together. Becoming one is a task. It is possible because we've seen how many of our ancestors got it done. We are truly in a society where we will exchange a relationship like we exchange used clothes or shoes. Just take it back and get another one. Take it back and get another one, right? And find ourselves in a cycle of repeat, wondering Is it me? Well, hell yeah, it's you. And this is no offense, but there's something in you that might need addressing. Okay, not saying that it's anyone's fault when you have a partner who is selfish or disrespectful or unparticipatory, right? Not saying it's your fault, but dang, truly it is your responsibility. It is your responsibility to handle your end of the relationship, right? And be a viable partner. You can't ask for what you are not willing to be. That's selfish. And a lot of people, I don't think, understand that to be selfish. You don't want to give what you want to take. You don't want to provide, but you want to be provided for. It don't work that way. It's a two-way street. So I just offer you those 3 myths, and we'll run them back real quick. Myth number 1, love is always perfect and easy. Lie. Myth number 2, love is a feeling that never changes. Yes, it does if you are lucky, because if your love doesn't change, grow, and evolve, then you are living in a delusion. Guaranteed by yourself, because your partner is probably 2 steps out the damn door and you don't even know. Wake up. Myth number 3, love is all you need for a successful relationship. No, darling. And I'm going to share this part with you too, because I think it's important. A pervasive myth is that love alone is sufficient to sustain a healthy, lasting relationship. While love is a crucial component, yes, successful relationships also require communication. Get your communication game up. If you don't know how to communicate, you didn't have great models or mentors on what it looked like to communicate in a relationship, guess what? Uncle Google and Auntie YouTube got your back, okay? And if not, go find those elders in your community, in your family, and get to asking the questions you need to ask, because there is a blueprint. People complain. And no point in complaining. We are in the information age, baby. There's a whole bunch of information. Go get you some. And be better. Be better. So communication, trust, and I like consistency. Like, for real, consistency. Want to win your women over? Be consistent. So those are 3 myths, and those are the ideas on that. So we're going to move a little further in. Now, as promised, I'm going to touch on just a couple of things from the master's class last evening, the 12 Laws of Love. And if you missed it and you still want that information, the recordings are available. And yeah, there's a cost. So tap in with me for that, and I will get that to you. There's also a book. That was actually the advanced course, because we did the primary 12 Laws of Love, and that was an in-depth focus into self and learning how to love yourself. So that was inward and inner facing. This one was dual, inner and outer facing. So you need it. Jump in. I thought it most prudent to share 2 of them. The one was the law of loving your reality. That was law number 1. And then law number 8, which is the law of rest. So I'm going to dial it down a little bit so that one, when I'm speaking with you, I am hearing spirit and adding in anything else that needs to be shared. Because I ask out the gate, hey God, what do you want your people to know? What do they need to hear that's going to help them grow and move on stronger, be better, right? Impact. Okay. What are the elements that build your reality? When you honestly sit and look at that, mindset and beliefs. Your mindset and your beliefs are 2 of the strongest keys that help to build your reality. Why? Because they guide your perspective. They guide your perspective on how you see the world, on how you see yourself. Last night we did a lot of focus on how you see yourself, because how you see yourself is how you show up, regardless of how you want to show up. How you honestly see yourself, that is your perspective. That is where you are spatially in the world, in your mind, in your heart, and in your reactions. It's very important that you understand that. Mindset shapes the perspective, and the reactions, your beliefs, your core beliefs. And sometimes we have a, I believe that type of mentality, right? It's very simple. And that's fine. But dig into your core beliefs. Your core beliefs, they influence your decisions. Okay, we talked about your perspective and your reactions, but the core beliefs, they influence your decisions and your actions. Okay, the things that you act upon. It is imperative that you go in to sit with yourself and understand, what do I believe? Like, what do I believe? Okay, a lot of people move on faith, family, and others, right? That is their core belief. That is what they live by their faith. I believe that, whatever is ever. If Christianity is where my go-to goes to, okay? So I believe that Christ is Lord. I believe that he was crucified, died, resurrected, and forward, virgin birth, the whole nine of that, right? We have those beliefs, those things that we don't shake on. However, for those who go in and really study, you will see that this is a carbon copy story, and it's carbon copied so many places. And even the name itself, Jesus, that's spoken, is not the name that was originally given, right? So you will understand that it's okay to explore, challenge, question, verify, and choose your core beliefs wisely, right? Because they literally move how you make your decisions. Because I believe this, then I do that. Clear? Like that has to sit in with your mind, like at the forefront of your mind, because a lot of things we've made decisions on. We've made so many decisions on it that it became a habit. We pushed that habit to the back. Subconscious got it, running it like an autopilot story, like literally autopilot. I just do, I do, I do. Well, damn, hold up. Why do you do that? Because it's a habit. Why is it a habit? Because I was practicing it. Why did you even practice that? Because I believed it. Why did you believe it? Because someone told me, someone that I trust said this was to be trusted. So I did trust it. I did adopt it. I did act on it. I did practice it. I did make it a habit, and I do act on it now. I continue. It was autopilot. Okay. So understand that that is the pattern. And for my note takers and my listeners, you're wise enough to go back and get that pattern, because I just gave you the game. And that is a consistent pattern in life, regardless of what you're doing. That is how you built that habit. That is how you secured that belief and chose those decisions that you did choose, and then built those habits that you did build. Okay. So again, your beliefs, your core beliefs, they influence your actions and the decisions that you make. Go explore your core beliefs, because your core beliefs are going to tell you the story that will help you settle into your reality. You can be honest with yourself, because if you're not being honest with yourself, who are you being honest with? Because ain't nobody falling for it. They hear you, they see you, they know you. So why not be honest with yourself? That is something that I find that so many people are afraid of. I was afraid of sitting down with Malikia and seeing Malikia years ago. I was straight up scared, because I had been running and deal with all this stress and all these things. And I was like, hold the phone. I need to know why. I went and did Malikia inventory. Let me go do some inventory in the house of Malikia and see what was occurring. And what I found was I had some holes in my core beliefs. Some things that I believed, there were signs and flashing red lights like, hold up, re-examine, course correct. But I was afraid to. I was afraid. And that's okay. We get to be afraid. We just don't get to stay afraid, and we don't get to be inactive while afraid. I'll do it afraid. Do it afraid. Be frightened, dang it, because there's some things that we believe that's ass backwards and asinine, and it doesn't help us. So I encourage you to go explore your core beliefs. Challenge them strongly, to the point where you go and you research and you fully understand and you meditate and you pray. Make your decisions and move forward happy. Move forward decided, because this is a life that you are creating. This is what you are choosing, and this is what you are doing, and ain't nobody else to blame. Nobody else to blame. Okay? That's responsibility. Cool. Emotions and attitudes. Y'all. One of the most beautiful things that we were ever given was our emotions, right? And it doesn't take much to understand how the emotions kind of guide your attitude. If you're running around feeling angry, chances are your attitude is going to reflect it. If you're walking around happy as I don't know what, chances are your attitude is going to reflect it. in your everyday movements. Excuse me. So consider attitude like a line, okay, with two poles, positive, negative. It is literally that simple. It sounds very simple just saying it out loud. I'm listening to it. I'm like, but walk with me for a little bit. So understanding there is a balance when you move into emotional intelligence. Let's do it that way. When you move into emotional intelligence and you're able to understand that, darling, there is a balance. You are either moving toward the positive end of your balance, toward the negative end of your balance. And it shows in your responses. Why do I say that? Okay, great. How do you handle a bad day? Like, honestly, do you have bad days? And I'm going to give you a minute to really answer that question. Do you have bad days? Because I would challenge you and say that perhaps you had something negative occur during your day, during your 1,440 minutes that make up your day. Maybe something negative, something sad, something bad occurred during your day. But did that make your whole day bad, dude? Like, for real? Like, the whole day gotta suck because you had a bad moment in that day because something that happened that you didn't agree with? Well, your attitude says, your emotional intelligence level says, I kicked my foot, it broke. This is a bad day. I had a car accident and I got to pay all this freaking money. This is a bad day. I can't stand going into the office. They get on my last freaking nerve. This is a bad day. Well, okay. You can have that. You can have that. Like, honestly, you can have that. But did you understand that the other was always possible? Right there waiting on you to choose it. Okay, this happened. And at the same time, that was 20 minutes out of my day, 30 minutes out of my day, 1 out of my day, 8 hours out of my day. I still have the rest of this day, and it does not have to suck. That's the simple emotional intelligence conversation. And this is what helps. This helps build your reality. We're having a true conversation, like, for real. I know that it sounds simple, and trust this, I am here to remind you. A lot of things you're hearing me say will be reminders. It will be like, oh yeah, okay, I get it. That makes sense. Call me reminder. I'm here to call it to your focus and your attention to put you in remembrance of who you are, the power you carry, and what you can impact in the world around you, specifically your own personal world. And by impacting your own personal world in a positive fashion, what are you doing? You are impacting everybody else in the world around you. Your pissy attitude is going to rub off on everybody in your house, everybody in the car, everybody on the road while you're raging and being ridiculous, everybody in the office when you go in there and do a piss poor job or halfway do your work and be angry, even though you said yes to this job. Come on now. Or your beautiful positive attitude, regardless of the challenges that you face, is going to affect everybody in your house. And they will be more diligent and more decided to choose happiness because of you, and everybody in your car while you're on the road being courteous, not cutting people off or flipping them off either. And when you get into that office and you do the work that you said yes to doing, because we are in the U.S. For those who are outside of the U.S., okay, maybe you have a different story as far as your work goes. Over here, though, we choose our work. So you said yes, baby. Then what does that mean? That means that you do yes. That is moving in emotional intelligence. Simple enough. And I'm doing my best to break it down. Let's keep it moving. Attitude. Your attitude guides your ability to see the opportunities. It's very important. That attitude guides your ability to see opportunities when everyone else around you sees obstacles because they're stuck in their negative mind state. They're stuck. So when you are in a stuck position, you cannot move your mind, your body, your spirit, your heart, and you're stuck seeing everything that occurred in that stuck frame. Boom. Like someone took a picture and they're stuck in that photo. They can no longer move, adjust, nada. They're just stuck. But that doesn't happen. It doesn't have to be you. Okay. That depends on your attitude. When your attitude has altitude, you will be able to see more opportunities because you'll be looking. That perspective will be on swivel. Okay, let me check it out. That mindset and the core beliefs, all of these things that I'm offering you, these are building blocks. This is how you build a stronger self and a stronger surrounding and a stronger community, because that is our job too. That really is our job, to be a part of a great community and support it and build. Of course, got to build yourself for that, right? And if you're not building a community, well, I guess that means you're supposed to be creating one. We'll keep it moving. We won't meddle too hard on that one right now. Gratitude and optimism. Let me give you some keys. So gratitude and optimism are keys to unlocking the positive in your attitude. Consider when you're moving toward the negative pole of attitude, when you're moving further and further in, it's getting harder, like quicksand, to move. Okay, you're getting more into stuck in rigid places and rigid ideas, and more fighting into having your way. It is a struggle. It is a press. You are demanding, right? Sometimes people in desperation find themselves, that's a very low energy and a stuck place. You are demanding. You're stuck in I need, and it is a scent on you of desperation, for one. And then it's also in your speech, it's in your mind, it's in your actions. That desperation of I need. Am I making light of people who need? No. I am truly pointing out that there's a higher vibration. There's a better positioning. I'm acting toward. These are my efforts. I'm acquiring, I'm accomplishing, I'm achieving. Okay. Move further into the positive waters of your attitude, because literally those are keys. Okay, those are keys. So make sure you write that down for my note takers. Actions and habits. Let's talk about your actions and habits. And we talked about them a little bit, but your choices made and your actions taken. The choices you make, the actions you take, like left leg and a right leg, left leg, right leg, choices and actions. These are constantly creating your reality. Constantly building the steps that you walk on, constantly building the cells of your belief and the cells of who you are. This is your being, who you choose or how you choose, and the actions that you take shapes your reality. Consistent, purpose-filled actions. I want you to understand this. Consistent, purpose-filled actions that equals progress. Get it? Consistent, purpose-filled actions equal progress, equals success. Okay, you want to be successful. You want to have progress. Oh, darling, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you some consistency, right? You got that. You got that in your pocket. You got that in your heart pocket. You got that in your mind pocket. So get your consistency out, dust it off. And here's the truth. Again, I did add purpose-filled. It is not about consistently just doing something. How do you know if your actions are purpose-filled? Because that's a fair question, right? Well, what would you have had to do to figure that out? You'd have to define which purpose is. You'd have to break that bad boy down into some goals. And then you'd have to break that down a little bit further into what do I need to do to accomplish these goals? And then act consistently on that plan. That will bring you to that success you're looking for. So run that back on your rewind and get those notes and put it to practice. Never feel obligated to take anything I say and call it rule. Test it, act on it, practice it, then come back and let me know, yeah, that was true. Because I'm not sharing with you anything that I haven't practiced, that I haven't tested, and that I haven't researched and verified. So I'm offering you verified keys to the kingdom of you, the kingdom of growth, the kingdom of emotional intelligence, the kingdom of reality, because you've got to find you in reality. It is true that we live in a society that offers us so much alternative, and it's altered. That's how I just call it, altered reality. But it's alternative realities. We have TV. We got this part right here on the phone, man. That scroll finger. These are probably our strongest fingers. That thumb and that pointer. Da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da. Strongest things on our body, probably, in this current society. Because we have so many opportunities to step out of our own reality and be distracted and be pacified and be squirrels. And I love a shiny thing here and I love a shiny thing there in the squirrel life. However, what does that equate to? Because I can tell you at the gate, it does not equate to progress. Those people already made their money. They did their thing. That's why they're out here flashing and waving at you for your attention. But your attention is your currency. And if you're paying all of your attention out to spaces that don't build you, that only pacify and distract your mind, what are you building? What are you accomplishing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And you got to ask yourself that question. Like, it's unfair to live your life outside of your reality, because your reality ain't going nowhere. It ain't going away. And while you're off on mental vacation, because that's what I like to call it too, and yes, there's times to take a mental vacation. It really, really is. However, it ain't all dang on day. It ain't every 15 minutes. It's just not. Not if you care to be focused, not if you care to be progressive, and not if you care for success. And then too, what's also to be understood is the world around you, you're connected to, you're responsible for, engaged in, and it needs your contribution. It needs your voice. It needs your energy. It needs you to show up and do the things that you said you would do, the role that you said you would play. You're responsible for that. Okay, darlings? So I think I kind of beat that drum enough. So actions and habits, I think we talked about that. The choices you make, the actions you take, they shape your reality. Consistent, purpose-filled action equals your progress. It equals your success. Let's talk about habits for a minute. Actually, nope, I got to stop because there's a grown-up looking at me and it's about 31 minutes in. 1 moment, please. We have to do a commercial and I'll be back.
This is a great topic. I love what you're sharing. Good stuff.
Yo, I could teach on this for about 5 hours straight. So I'm trying to just keep it clear what I share, communicate it well so that it can be put into use.
So far, very edible. I'm able to digest it. So thank you for sharing. Good evening, everyone. Our Blast Artist Spotlight, once again, is my man Elijah Rosario. And this is called Can't Lose You. Let's check it out.
Just wanna let you know, no matter how hard it is, I'll never let you go. Making this thing last until the days are old. Could lose a lot of things, but I just know I can't lose your love. Baby, you're my drug. It's like the air that I breathe in. Every day, girl, I need it. Baby, you're my escape. You're my fix when I'm painted. I can't lose your love. Baby, you're my drug. It's like the air that I breathe in. Every day, girl, I need it. Baby, you're my escape. You're my fix when I'm painted. Till this day, still make me feel the same. 4 years later, my love hasn't changed. Forever hold it down for you. Keeping my word, girl, I'll still take a ride for you. Love you just as is. I'll be your safe space. I'll be your best friend until the end of time. We've had our moments and our days we ain't see eye to eye. But anytime you say the word, no, I'm down to slide. I can't lose your love. Baby, you're my drug. It's like the air that I breathe in. Every day, girl, I need it. Baby, you're my escape. You're my fix when I'm painted. I can't lose your love. Baby, you're my drug. It's like the air that I breathe in. Every day, girl, I need it. Baby, you're my escape. You're my fix when I'm painted.
And that
Hold on.
was Elijah Rosario with Can't Lose You. What's cool is that's his actual family that he did that whole video with. So I like that. Let's see here. If you are interested in being a part of the Blast team, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register if you're an artist, spoken word poet, or an even up and coming comedian. We would love for you to be a part of the team. Also, fans, we need you to be a part of the team to support these wonderful independent artists. So go to blastmusic247.com, register for free as well, and have opportunities to not only communicate with them, but also listen to their amazing music. So that's blastmusic247.com. We are constantly changing the industry one artist at a time. Alrighty, back to you.
Sweet. I appreciate that video. Thanks for sharing it. And it was lovely to see his family. I love the lyrics to the song as well. And one day when I grow up, I'm gonna go ahead and hit you with one of my very, very own Troy. We'll see how that goes over. Okay, so let's get back into this seat real quick, y'all. Habits. We were talking about we didn't go into the recap. If you was listening, you was listening. If you were not, you will hit replay and you will catch up. Okay, great. Habits. When I was sitting and thinking about habits, like I had the happiest moment. It literally was like the happiest moment because I think I figured out a really great way to share it. Habits are the Legos. For those who like Legos, I'm a Lego fan. I don't know about y'all. They are the Legos of life. Like it is literally how we build life. Piece by piece, bit by bit, it is your habits that build your life. For those who don't like Legos, I offer you Tetris. Okay? So life, your Legos or Tetris. That's what habits are in your life. Can you see that? When your habits are disjointed, they do not snap together. You are experiencing all kind of unbalanced work. Okay, you are stepping on those Legos and falling over and mad because your life is hurting. Your mind is hurting. Your heart is hurting. Your emotions are hurting. Your spirit is hurting. Okay, but when you get those habits in order and you start snapping them together and you go ahead and build your Gundam or you build your cars or whatever you're building in your happy Lego life, you're going to see something a lot more succinct, okay, a lot more peaceful. For those who can understand it in that direction, I encourage you to look at that, look at it from there. And how do you build those habits? Regular exercise, healthy eating. And when I say regular exercise, I'm going to say it all first and then I'm going to go back. So regular exercise, healthy eating, and continuous learning. Continuous learning. Out of school does not mean that your learning is done. You will always be learning something and that if is if you are wise. If you are wise, you will continue to exercise your brain and you will continue to engage this life because it will continue engaging you, trying to teach you more and more. Let's see what else. Oh yeah. And it profoundly impacts your life. And what I wanted to go back and say is, do you understand that all of these physical things that I'm offering you, they have a mirror connection in the spirit, as above, so below. I'll say it again and again. And mind you, I ain't coining it. It is just the truth that's been passed on. I got it and I'm offering it to you as well. As above, so below. As inside, so outside. You must be eating some good spiritual food. You cannot sit and eat. I like things that blow up on TV. I am an action movie human and an anime human. I love that stuff. And at the same time, I do know it cannot be my full diet. I cannot have a full diet of anime, of blow it up, kill, murder. I cannot. Can I have a full diet of news? It makes me so sad, right? And even some of the good things that we must see, I don't even say good, but some of the things that we experience that we must encounter, especially in this skin, right? You're going to encounter some news. We are living news, all right? And at the same time, I know I've got to get that balance. I know I got to have that balance of learning, of encountering, of engaging, of energy. It is a freaking must. So I would say to you, because I ain't in your house, I ain't on your phone, I ain't on your TV, I don't know what you're ingesting. I thank you for ingesting this, because this is healthy. This is going to help you. This is to help you grow, right? To help you heal, to help you love, all these wonderful things. And that's good. And it can't be the only good. You see what I'm saying? I cannot be the only good speaking into your life. Way more is required. You are required in your own life. You are required in your own reality. You do not get to just go off to La La Land and still expect a beautiful life. Some people cash out in the mind. Whoop, cashed out, down, on lunch for 20, 30, 40, 60 years, and then they die. That is a life lived. I wouldn't call it well lived. I wouldn't call it impactful or accomplished. Okay, so you get to choose what life you want to live and what Lego pieces you want to put together and build your experience, relationships and community. Let's keep it moving. Relationships and relationship sense, the sense of belonging, which is key to happiness. A lot of people find happiness elusive. And I'm giving you some keys here to kind of help you build that happiness back into your life. And I'm not saying it's fully absent. I'm not saying you're a miserable human. I ain't saying that, not at all. Most of the people I know are pretty happy people, and they have some challenges. And still, we know to stay vigilant. We know to practice our happiness. Okay, so I'm encouraging you to do the same. Practice your happiness. Community, the sense of belonging, which is key to happiness. And then the support. We were not put on this earth alone. So chances are we get to experience one another. We're here for one another. We get to build together and do amazing things together, i.e. I could not be on the internet else that someone created the internet. I could not come to you through the computer or StreamYard. Okay, we are not a self-made anything. We are community. So find your community and be an effective part of it. The support, shared values, sense of purpose. That leads to that enriched life. It's wonderful to have a life, right? It's beautiful to be alive. It's such a gift. It's such a beautiful gift to be alive. And like video games, there's way more levels. There's so many more. If you want to hit Sonic, because that's kind of old but fun but true, there's so many rings to gather. There's so much to experience and enrich your life and enrich the life of those around you, and then expand your perspective. Please leave your TMZ. Please do. Please leave it. Go experience another culture. Go experience another country. Go experience other waters than you're used to. Go eat some other food. Like, truly engage in this humanity while you have the strength and ability to do so. Give yourself the gift of perspective, because it ain't all one way. The way you were raised in your house don't necessarily translate to how it's happening in other homes, even in your own neighborhood. So give yourself that community, that relationship and community, and enrich your life experience. There we go. And I'll just slow it down a little bit in my mind so I can say it and make sure it's coming out clearly and that you're getting it. Purpose and goals. And I also want to get through one more time. Purpose and goals. So being clear on your purpose. Now, we touched on purpose earlier, just a little bit. And being clear on your purpose, that helps to keep you focused, right? If you don't know what your purpose is, you really are wandering in the dark and you're trying to come to the conclusion of what's my purpose. I heard that a lot when I was younger, growing up in my circles. You know, folks were, I swear it was like pirates hunting for treasure. What's my purpose? I'm sorry, that might sound tacky, but listen, that's how I felt, right? What's my purpose? What's my purpose? And the people were running here and there and trying to find a purpose. Can I help you? Let me help you. Your purpose is what you choose it to be. I see a question. Give me 1 second. Your purpose is what you choose your purpose to be. All right. And then I can even qualify and go a little bit deeper for those who are spiritual. There are times where your purpose is assigned to you. I get downloads and I have work that is assigned, and I can tell you that I've had more than one purpose over this lifetime. So it ain't always what it's offered to be. It's not always what people with platforms and microphones say it is. So explore it for yourself. And if someone comes and offers you purpose that doesn't align with your core goals, your core beliefs, remember those? We just talked about that. That's why you define those. Because when somebody approaches you and tells you X, Y, Z to the third that don't relate to you or resonate in you, then you know it's not for you. Run away from those people, because they will consume your life and you will look back with regret, guaranteed. So be vigilant in your exploration of core beliefs, and then in choosing your purpose, and use the tools that we talked about today, that consistency, them Legos of habits that build a beautiful life. You gotta get that muscle strong. Put it to work. Work. Rihanna, work. Yep. Gotta do it. Not even an option. Let me touch this question real quick. What's the difference between a habit and an addiction? I could be so very, very, very 5-year-old right now. And I'm going to say, for my high achieving people, our habits are addiction. Our habits are addiction. When we love it and we desire it and we want it and we go after it, our habits are addiction. There is no sickness attached. There is no, how do we say this? Addiction a lot of times is predicated on something broken in the spirit. Okay, you will find that it is the escape. All right, when folks are moving in addiction, and sometimes, and this is sadly like with heroin and such like that, you touch it one time out of curiosity and exploration and you're addicted. So there are those outliers. I have to qualify that. But let's use cigarettes, let's use alcohol, let's use the grass. Okay, we. Watching my tongue. I will simply say some people know how to use in moderation, are fully functional adults. Go live your best life. No shade, no problem. But when it gets to the point where it is impeding you living well and showing up responsibly and doing the things that you need to do to maintain yourself and life as you've chosen it, then you're dealing with addiction. When your money is not going to buy your food or pay your rent or pay your mortgage, but it is going to feed that addiction instead, you're dealing in addiction. Habits don't work that way. Generally, well, hold the hell up. Let me rewind and say it like this. Addiction can be a habit. Habit can be an addiction. You get to choose, and we'll lay it on the line of that attitude. We'll lay it on those poles, but we have the positive and the negative. Let's do it that way, okay? Because it is an addiction. A habit is an addiction, and an addiction is a habit. Which one is working for you? I think I'll let it be that way. Does it work for you? And when I say work, I mean that you are the owner of it. I own my habits. Addictions own the people. Oppressively, negatively, negative effect, negative affect. Okay, so that is to be understood, and I hope that answers your question, because I'm jumping back to what I was doing right quick. Okay, great. All right, so relationships. Nope. Okay, we're gonna touch it because that's where my eyes fell. So let's get back to it. Relationship and a sense of belonging, which is key to happiness and community. Talked about that. Support, shared values, sense of purpose, enriched life, and expanded perspective. Yes, all of the yeses. Purposes and goals. Be clear on your purpose. Keep focused on the direction that leads to successfully. Okay, I did this successfully. You got to stay focused in order to achieve that moment of successfully. Not an option. Meeting those goals. That's what you're doing. You're meeting those goals that you said. Oh, what goals are those? Well, those are the goals that reflect your purpose. Hi. Okay, so your goals, they equate to validating that purpose. That's what your goals are for. They are validating your purpose, And it lends to accomplishment. That lends to accomplishment. That lovely feeling, that dopamine kick of accomplishing your goals. All right. Keep it moving in that direction. Clear enacted steps. Clear enacted steps. When you choose your goal, again, and I touched this earlier, and I'll just repeat it for the sake of it's right here. Do take time to understand what you want. What do you really want? And why do you want it? That is such a huge freaking question. I want it because I see it. Okay, hold up. Please stop playing. Go verify that. Go look at what it is and be honest with yourself. Do you really want that? Do you want to do what it takes to get that? And will it give you the satisfaction you're looking for? Does it equate to the success that you defined at the beginning of the process? If you took time to define success for yourself, key, clue, wisdom, do it. Okay, keep that in mind. And again, we talked about focus. I'll say it probably till I'm blue in the background, and it's already blue. Gotta focus, and consistent action. That is how you get to your finish lines. That's how you accomplish. All right. Environment and surrounding. Huge. I didn't even get to 8 yet. However, environment and surroundings, your physical environment, it affects your mood. We don't talk about attitudes. We don't talk about core beliefs. Baby, we're talking about mood. Literally your temperament too. Okay, productivity affected. Overall mental health affected by your physical space. Ain't gotta take my word for it. Go research it and come back and tell me, yep, because that's exactly what it is. What does your physical environment look like? Are you existing in clutter? Because what clutter does, though some may not even see it, it is a point of distraction. It literally has a part of your attention. And your attention is so diverted. And you wonder why you can't focus and done in a straight manner and in a timely manner, because your environment is so distracting. Do you understand that everything that is around you, even though it appears to be inanimate, it holds energy and it is alive? Okay? And you're catching the vibration off of all of the above. So it either is adding or it is detracting from you. What does that mean? It means that you might want to look around and see what your surroundings physically look like. What does your car look like? My daddy told me, and my stepdad told me, and my brothers told me, and my uncle told me. When you're considering a man, you look at his shoes. How does he handle his shoes? And how does he handle his car? Because if he don't take care of his shoes and he don't take care of his car, he damn sure ain't gonna be able to take care of you. That was the word of the men. And these were men, baby. So I was listening. And I offer that to my ladies who are listening. Okay. So your environment matters. House, doors, hygiene. How do you handle your body? This is literally your first gift. How did you handle your first gift? What do you do with it? Are you taking care of it? Okay, great. Physical environment. And it may seem simple. Again, I told you, I'm just here to remind you. I'm here to ring that little bell in your mind. Ding, ding, ding. Pay attention to this. Because again, these are the building blocks of life. These are your Legos. And I'm offering you a full kit. A lot of keys. Go ahead and build. All right. Creating an organized, passion evident. I love that part. Like that is literally the goal. A passion evident. Your physical surrounding literally should reflect your passions. Okay. Your passion for gifts, the thing you love. And when I'm saying gift, I'm talking about your life, the gift of your life, the gift of things you're able to possess and own. Passion evident. If you have things around you that you don't care about, please get that stuff away from you. Please get it away from you. It's taken away from your energy, and that energy you need is drawing from you. It's either drawing from you or it's pouring into you. It's one of the two. There really is no in between. Okay. So pay attention to that. Some folks talk about the feng shui. I don't go off into that conversation too deep. That's between you and your feng shui if you so choose. But I think it's a good thing. And I will say, Sometimes it's just simple declutter. Sometimes it's 20. I had some stuff in my closet. I did a decluttering, y'all. It was great. This was about maybe 5 years ago. And I just went through everything. If I hadn't worn it in 2 years, it did not need to be with me. Bye. Packed it up. Bye. Okay. And it made sense. And I felt so much lighter. I felt the shift. I had some documents that were no longer of any use. Even on my computer, same thing. So I encourage you to go to your pocket places. Everybody got an anything drawer in their house. I know I had an anything drawer that I freaking loved. I love my anything drawer. However, everything don't go in that freaking drawer. So knock it off and clean it out. You got all that extra. I had sauces. I was ridiculous with that drawer. Because I just whoop, right in the drawer it goes. Yay, cleaned it out. And again, I felt the shift in energy. I encourage you to go to your haints, go to your hiding places, go to them drawers, go to your car, go to your trunk, glove box, go to the glove compartment and see what you randomly got in there. I am a napkin hoarder. I really love them. Paper napkins. I really, really do. And I am watchful and mindful because what I love more than that is peace and cleanliness. Yeah, I like that better. That's my passion, right? So I will lean to my passions and I encourage you to do the same. All right, let's go. Adding positivity to your life. Literally. That is what you're doing by cleaning up those spaces. You're adding positivity to your life. You're moving yourself closer into a harmonic balance. And that is a beautiful place to be. Your social environment. Gotta talk about that. And then we really, really are about to skate up out of here because we're just a few minutes too. Y'all, I thought about it this way. I figured sharing it this way would be helpful. The eagles you fly with, they keep you soaring. If you're flying with eagles, they keep you soaring. They sharpen you. They help you move your mind. They challenge you. They encourage you. They inspire you. And you have commonality, right? When you're soaring with your eagles. At the same time, the fleas that you keep company with, they keep you scratching. They keep you scratching. There's an itch you can never satisfy. There's an ache. There's a pain and there's a bleeding that comes if you keep scratching like that, right? And you're on a low level. You can't barely see the up. You're really moving through the weeds with fleas. Okay? You have to choose your altitude, determined by your attitude. Simple. Would you prefer soaring with eagles? And sometimes we have people in our life who are born to us that reflect more flea than eagle. And I get that. I understand that. Sometimes it's a matter of helping them with a little mental soap and water to clean off, and then find that they have feathers and hey, listen, let's learn how to fly together. You might be a flea even now, right? That's okay. Because you do not have to stay that way unless you choose to. Every day holds so many choices, so many opportunities to choose. And I encourage you to take time and choose wisely. Please don't let your choices be autopilot or default. Can I say that out loud? Don't let your choices be autopilot or default, because that is not a life well lived. It's a life lived, sure. But why get to the end of your life and be stuck with regret? For what? I don't encourage that. Like 0 stars. There's a few more things I wanted to touch on, like personal growth and learning and self-reflection. I'm just going to touch on the self-reflection. Let's run through it real quick. Personal growth. Daily learning helps keep your mind active and nimble. You want to keep an active mind as well as open to the new possibilities. Personal development. I engage daily. I encourage you to do the same, whether it's formal or informal. Why would I do that, Malikia? Well, because it expands your skill level and your knowledge base. Skills and knowledge. Please keep growing. And don't just take it in and have it. Share it with somebody. Learn in a manner in which that you can teach. Okay? Learn and put it to use. My mom used to say, you lose what you don't use. And I find that to be true over and over and over again. Okay? Be forewarned. Move it. Why make excuses? Flat out. The energy could be Use to press play on an audiobook. I love those things. Use them. Or turn a page of your next favorite book. You won't know it's your next favorite book unless you take time to turn a page and read it. Okay, self-reflection. This is a very important point that I really want to touch. Self-reflection is what folks normally call it. I prefer inward inspection or introspection. We talked a little about it earlier, and we're going to talk about it some more. That moment that you take to really sit with yourself. When I gave out a challenge, take 7 days. Take 7 days for 15 minutes a day. Be still. Be quiet. The law number 8 was thou shalt love rest. In this moment, this is an opportunity for you to love rest, to practice it. Be still for 15 minutes. I did encourage everyone to grab a pen and paper and have it beside them. If something comes to mind, it's an opportunity really to examine your thoughts, okay, and see what's keeping you company, possibly unconsciously, and write those buggers down, and then go back and be in your state. Write down those thoughts, because when you're done, you can read and see what you're thinking. And don't color it up. Don't do that. Whatever comes. Write it down. Just write it down. Don't judge it. Let it be what it is. Just write it down. And do it for 7 days. 15 minutes a day for 7 days, and write it all down. And what I will say is, after those 7 days, reach out to me. And then I'll tell you what comes next. Because I ain't telling you right now, because I ain't got to. How about that? Haha. Should have been in class. Say it like that. You should have been in class. And if you were not in class, you do have an opportunity to purchase the video and the audio, I believe, but also the book and the slides. This is to help you grow. It's to help you live. I see too many of us who have existed in a state of trauma, in a state of lack, in a state of less, in a state of stuck. And I am here to help you move forward, and not just move forward, but move forward powerfully. That's what we on right now. What else do we need to share? Regular checkups. Verify your values, y'all. Stay aligned with reality. And that's the whole conversation that we were having, being plugged into your own reality, not choosing these alternative realities to try and exist in when they are not helping you. They're not helping you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, or anneally. Okay? That's a new word. Anneally it is. Move into your own reality. Do the work that you need to do that's calling you. Because what you're seeking is seeking you. All right? Go get it. Okay, great. Course correct when needed. And maintenance. You maintain what's working. You guys who have put the keys to work, or gotten wonderful keys in other places from other humans, sure, fine. Keep that working. Don't stop doing that. If it works, baby, work it. Keep working it. It's working. Build into a very strong habit. Kick that bad boy to subconscious. Make it autopilot, second nature. Right? Work it out. And what I find is diligent work, smart work. It's not exhausting. It really isn't. Build your habits and let your habits build you. That is how this works. That's how it works well. I'll say it like that. Okay, on that note, I think I have said everything I need to say, and I got it done in about an hour and 3 minutes. I'm excited. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Malika K. Courtney, founder of Sanctuary Experience. What I will say is, for the ladies, we have the ladies group coming up I think that's the journaling experience. That's what's coming up, the journaling experience. So tap in with me for that. Also for the ladies, in September 20th through 22nd, we have our 3-day experience for Sanctuary Experience Florida. So if you live in that area, or you can get down to that area, you want to come be babied by me in Dallas. We do a really wonderful job of loving up on our women who are in leadership, who have experienced trauma, neglect, abuse. We take you for 3 days and love you up in a beautiful area with some really good food. Our caterer is the bomb. And we do fashion experiences like photo shoots, whole none of this. We do a lot to build love back into our people. We love you back to life. I am a professional intuitive coach. I practice several things that help people live. If you know that you need to be loved back to life, you just need somebody. I'm a professionally trained listener as well, right? You need someone to hear you. Okay, I'm here to listen. Need someone to coach and guide you. I'm here to do that. You need someone to help you Forgive and untie those knots in your spirit so you can be free. I am right here. You have zeroexcuse.com to not connect and get the help you need. So kill them excuses. If you're sitting up there struggling or wondering, well, okay, that's a choice. But how has that choice helped you in the past? Because if you're still struggling with it right now, chances are, I know I'm not the first person to present the idea of coaching and training and help to you. I may be the first person offering to love you back to life, and that's fair. That's fair. So this is your opportunity to respond. I love me some action takers. You text help me to 321-443-2495. And I am not kidding. Help me to 321-443-2495. And I will get you the information that you need to hire me for coaching and for help. Also, if you'd like to get into that event, let me give you that website. It is thereboundcoach.com. You put a / and the word sanctuary. Thereboundcoach.com /sanctuary. That is how you pay for your 3-day experience in Florida. Do hear me when I say ladies only. That's for the women. If you are a gentleman and you like to engage in a fireside, what is a fireside, Malika? A fireside is when you hire me to come to you and sit with you in a group of 5 to 6 other men, and we work on some mighty things from the lion's heart perspective to help you heal, love, and grow. That's what fireside is. Reach out to me for that as well. Other than that, connect for master classes, connect for masterminds, and I'm pretty awesome to know all around. So just connect for connect's sake. If you haven't subscribed, do so. If you haven't followed, like, and shared, why not? Be generous. Do that. Okay, I said everything I need to say. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to be an adult because my engineer is gone. I'm going to push those magic buttons that he said push as soon as I find them. Let's see. Found. Bye, y'all.